This will allow you to bring dominoes into schools, and you don't have to actually read the book. You just watch this video and you'll get the idea. So here we are, we're starting with the introduction. It's a letter to teachers. The basic idea is to tell your colleagues about this wonderful opportunity. Big questions here are dominoes really a game? The way that U.S. people play it, yes. That's because we say every person is for himself. However, in the team version of dominoes, which is used down in Cuba and Europe, other places, they promote teamwork and the collaborative skills that you hear about with bridge that are proposed by Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. You can quickly learn collaboration with dominoes. I'm suggesting that there is a difference between dominoes with an E and the kind of dominoes which is without an E. That's the way they spell it in Spanish. And so we're going to use that to indicate the team game. And this ebook will show you that there's a different way of counting points. Okay, so we're going to be looking at the myths of this mental activity. We don't really want to call dominoes a game, us teachers. We have to see that there's something special going on inside this wonderful activity. The rest of this video will be about the 7 myths about dominoes. And then in the next video, we'll go into actual rules, etc. So we've got the letter to teachers. Now we go into the myths. I've heard, I could never introduce dominoes in my classroom because the kids will throw the tiles, they'll throw them all over the place. You can use paper. There's photocopiable sheets to make this possible. Chess is a better game for teaching thinking. Well, it's an individual sport, and we're not saying don't teach chess. We're just saying if you want to teach collaborative processes, think about dominoes. The third myth is that dominoes is every man for himself. Well, that's the way we learned it. But we're also learning that we need to find activities, as Tony Wagner of Harvard has pointed out. We need these 7 skills. These are for the 21st century. And one of them is collaboration. Dominoes teaches that collaboration. Now, there are people, here's another one, that you can play dominoes without numbers. Some sort of idea that, students will learn how to match things up. Well, it loses the strategy part of the game. Many of the strategies that are developed come from the point system. The 5th myth is that the traditional game really isn't good for physics, for learning, improving academics. But that, when most people think of dominoes, you think of the domino theory, where things are going to be knocked down. And there's some very good links to actual videos. And when you're, it's a hot link. When you click on this, you will go to the page where you see a 4 million domino record. That was amazing, absolutely amazing. However, that is what is in the minds of many students, that's what dominoes is. And we want to be able to show them that there are other things about dominoes besides just being able to knock them down. Okay. Let's go to the next myth. Bridge is an excellent way to prepare students for team building. And so there actually is evidence documented by the New York Times that some middle schools have been introducing bridge to 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, which is fine. That's great. But start with dominoes. you can get that basic level of learning how to cooperate with another person. And the final point is that dominoes is child's play. Let's replace that myth by learning that there's a team dominoes way of playing. When you see adults playing dominoes in countries outside of the United States or in Little Havana, get closer. Don't think that they're just wasting their time. There's some collaborative aspects here that are very useful. Before we move into the rules, I'd just like to have a moment, the teacher moment. As a math teacher, I want students to be able to look into the exercises related to math. Okay? So there are 3 points: probability, combinations, and collaboration. And so what we want you to be able to do is to go into dominoes with this expectation that there's lots of interesting things happening with just the 34 tiles that they have. This part of the book is something you can read, but the essential point is that dominoes is an engaging activity. The exercise that I assign in this part is to quickly be able to make calculations of conversions. Like 100 miles is how many kilometers? 100 kilometers is how many miles? There's liters, gallons, pounds, and kilograms. So I think this is a good place to end this video so that you can take time to do these activities. Now, you're possibly not looking at the book itself, so I'll let you jot down these conversions. And you thought, wait, this is dominoes. Why is he asking for conversions? Well, because this kind of mental conversion is something that is one of the good things about dominoes. You're going to meet people, if you are a U.S. person, who carries around kilometers and degrees centigrade or liters or kilograms in their heads. And to prepare for that moment, I want you to be able to convert quickly. Thank you for your time, and we will look at the answers in the next video.